think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
I respect everything everyone is saying to me, and I don't want to fake apologize. I'm very upset about that people are misunderstood what I was saying. And it's not good for anyone. And it's not good for poor folks. It is not good for y'all because you become slave fodder. It's not a good thing. It's not good for women because you are now being told and dictated to, and you can't say anything because they, throw you in a jail or whatever. People got very, very, very angry and still are angry. I mean, I'm getting, all of the mail from folks and the very real anger because people feel very different.
The camera cuts in, the room is silent, and there she is, Whoopi Goldberg, blinking fast, lips quivering, gripping the edge of the table as if it might steady the chaos unraveling around her. Because this time, the tables have turned. Whoopi Goldberg isn't behind the desk at The View, dishing out snark and opinion like it's gospel. She's in court, and the reason? Karoline Leavitt, the young, sharp, unapologetically bold conservative firecracker, has done what no one thought was possible. She dragged Whoopi into court and made her answer for everything. And oh boy, receipts were dropped. What began as a hot topic takedown on daytime TV has snowballed into a full-blown legal scandal. And now the tears are flowing, the masks are off, and Whoopi? She's falling apart. Before we unpack this meltdown moment by moment, do yourself a favor, smash that like button and hit subscribe, because this courtroom showdown is the kind of chaos that keeps Hollywood spinning. Did you just subscribe? You're awesome. Let's dive in. It started like it always does on The View, a circle of co-hosts, a controversial guest, and a political jab disguised as conversation. But this time, the target was Karoline Leavitt. Joy threw the first dart, mocking Karoline's rise in politics as little more than her looks. Then came Whoopi.
If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Who called her success a product of wokeness. And of course, Sunny chimed in, dismissing Karoline's career as white privilege in action. They laughed, the audience clapped, but Karoline, she didn't flinch. She went silent, collected her thoughts, and days later, she dropped a legal bomb that shook ABC to its core. Most celebrities respond with social media rants, not Karoline. She gathered every clip, every quote, every offhand insult, and with her legal team, she filed a defamation lawsuit so massive it made headlines across the nation. 800 million? Let that sink in. The suit named not only Whoopi Goldberg, but also Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and the network itself. The claims? Character assassination, targeted slander, a pattern of media bullying aimed at silencing conservative voices. And here's the kicker. Karoline didn't stop there. Her legal team released a statement saying, "This is about accountability, not politics. No woman should be publicly dismantled for daring to hold a different opinion."
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to come back out to the panel. Karoline, thank you very much for your time.
These women are completely out of touch with reality, and you're right. ABC should wake up.
Boom. Suddenly, this wasn't just a lawsuit, it was a war. Cut to this week, inside the courtroom. Whoopi arrives, sunglasses on, expression unreadable. But by the time Karoline's legal team is done laying out their case, she's unraveling. Eyewitnesses say Whoopi visibly trembled as video evidence was played, showing her mocking Karoline's intelligence, her appearance, and even her accent. Then came the documents, emails, call logs, internal messages from producers suggesting they knew this would trigger her and kept the cameras rolling for impact. Whoopi reportedly whispered to her attorney, buried her face in her hands, and at one point wiped away tears during a recess. From stone-faced icon to emotionally cracked defendant, the transformation was shocking. And Karoline? She didn't gloat, she sat there, calm, collected, and silent. But the message was loud and clear.
Bang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
You want receipts? Karoline brought the entire ledger. Her team pulled up months of footage, transcribed segments, and even internal show notes proving deliberate targeting. One leaked doc allegedly instructed producers to exploit Karoline's youth and put her on the defensive early. Off! Legal analysts in the courtroom were stunned. The strategy wasn't just mean-spirited, it looked orchestrated, and when asked about these notes, Whoopi reportedly deflected, saying she wasn't aware of every production decision. Karoline's lawyer responded, "Ignorance isn't a defense when you have a mic in front of millions." The courtroom gasped, and Whoopi visibly shaken. As all this unfolds, ABC is reportedly in full crisis mode. Executives are reviewing Whoopi's contract, weighing the legal risk, and exploring whether the show can even survive this fallout. Multiple sources claim advertisers are quietly pulling deals. Viewership has dipped, and ABC's PR team silent. Whoopi, once untouchable, is now radioactive. And some insiders say the network is drawing up an exit strategy, not just for Whoopi, but possibly for the entire show. Because let's face it, if Karoline wins this case, the precedent it sets could change everything.
They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him, they have shamed him, they have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
While Whoopi cracks under pressure, Karoline Leavitt is emerging as a voice of steel. Her calm, factual approach in court has earned her massive respect. Social media is buzzing with support. Hashtags like Justice for Karoline and media accountability are trending. Even former critics are praising her for standing tall against a legacy institution that many say has gone unchecked for too long. She isn't playing the victim. She's setting the standard.
Raised a few eyebrows using the Bible to support the idea of kids getting gender change surgeries. Take a look.
This is a party that says we believe in parents' rights. You're telling me that as a parent, I'm not smart enough to decide if my child and I need to have gender affirming. Our doctors are not involved. What is going on? So I can't decide what my kid reads. I can't decide for my child what my child says is going on. You're telling me your beliefs, and they keep saying it, and I keep saying, what Bible are you reading? Because God was really clear.
Very clear.
I would say this is a new low for The View, but it isn't. They've gone way lower before. It's certainly on brand for The View.
So what's next? If the court rules in Karoline's favor, Whoopi could be forced to issue a public apology, pay millions in damages, and possibly step away from The View. The show's future hangs in the balance. But more importantly, a line has been drawn. Karoline has shown that media power doesn't mean immunity, that even the loudest voices have to answer for their words. And if this case is any indication, the era of unchecked on-air takedowns might be finally coming to an end.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
So now it's your turn. Do you think Whoopi Goldberg crossed the line? Was Karoline Leavitt right to hold her accountable? Should The View face consequences for its host's comments? Let me know in the comments below. And before you go, like this video to support bold reporting, and subscribe for more exclusive breakdowns. Because if Whoopi is already breaking down in court, you better believe it's just getting started. Stay tuned.